All right, I'm live. What's up, guys? Let's begin. Hey, guys, welcome back. It's Eric, free NBA daily bets every day, guys. Breaking it down. We're breaking down the Thursday card, and you can find all my official plays at Twitter at Easy Money Wins. Again, at Twitter at Easy Money Wins. Try to do a live show every single day. And I'm just trying to find some winners, guys. I'm trying to find some winners. It has not been a good season for me so far, but that's okay. New year. Let's get after it. All right. First game up. We have the Boston Celtics at the Minnesota Timberwolves. The line right now is plus 3.5 to the home team, Minnesota, and the total is at 220. So 220 and plus 3.5. Let's take a look at the injury report for Boston. Jaylen Brown and Porzingis are on it. Porzingis is questionable. Jaylen Brown is questionable. I think Jaylen Brown played the last game, so I think he'll play, guys. Yeah, he played the last game. I don't think he exited early. They do play Friday at Houston, so that's something to keep in mind. And they're not in great form. They are trading punches right now. Since Saturday, December 7th, they've been trading punches, guys. Pretty much. They had a small 2-game win streak in there, and then they had a small 2-game losing streak in there. So Boston is not in great form right now. They're not stringing together wins. So they had a really nice performance on Tuesday. On New Year's Eve, they won by 54 points against Toronto. So these two teams also played earlier in the season, Sunday, November 24th. And Boston won in Boston 107-105. And Minnesota, if I remember correctly, really should have won that game. But or they had a lot of good chances to win that game at the end. So let's take a look at Minnesota, what their injury situation is. It just looks like Rob Dillingham, the rookie out of Kentucky, he's out. Everyone else is healthy, good to go. So not a huge miss there. Let me see what kind of form they're in here. Minnesota. So they just lost at Oklahoma City after they won the first quarter and the first half, which is really annoying because I had Oklahoma City first quarter, first half. Then Oklahoma City covered the spread at the end. I had them at the end, so that was okay. But gosh, come on. Let me just have one team just cover start to finish for me. So they had a 3-game win streak before that one loss. And they had another 3-game losing streak. So they're kind of streaky. They're streaky. Whatever they're doing, it gets a little contagious. So, they just had a loss. Boston's looking to string together another win. I lean Boston winning. I do. I lean Boston winning here, minus 3.5 and covering that number. And it's just something I'm trying to get back to my roots with. I don't know why I wasn't thinking about this more often during this, like my slump and just the whole entire season in general. If you look at who wins the games every night, guys, those teams will cover the spread. Obviously, the underdogs, if they win outright, they're covering their spread. But favorites, if they win, they cover the spread. A very, very profitable amount of the time. And again, if you look at tonight, everybody who's going to win, still waiting on Philadelphia, but they're up 9 at Sacramento with 4 minutes left. So if they win, they will cover because they're an underdog. Detroit, minus 2-point favorites tonight. They won and covered at Orlando. Washington, as underdogs, won outright, so they won and covered. Miami won and covered their minus 8.5, minus 9. They won by 11. New York, minus 13, all the way up to minus 14.5. They won and covered every single line there. And then same with Toronto. They were minus 2-point favorites. They won and they covered. So again, guys, if you're winning, and then Houston won and covered as well, minus 4.5. So again, everybody's looking like they're going to win and cover tonight. So that's just kind of a thing. Usually one or two teams one or two favorites every night win, but they don't cover. So it's really just as simple as just find the winner, and if you're very, very confident that they're going to win, there's a very good chance that they're going to cover the spread if they're favorites. So that's just something I'm trying to get back to my roots with, guys. Okay, and I do think Boston wins. So since I think Boston wins, I think they do cover that -3.5. Over under, I do like under. The first meeting went 107, 105. Boston is not afraid to play slow. Minnesota loves playing slow. Um, so I do lean under again for this meeting, guys. I do. I do. Okay. I can't talk you out of Minnesota first quarter, first half. Like, if you like Minnesota first quarter, first half, I think that might be a pretty good look, too, as well, because they're off a loss, and they just lost to Boston like a month ago. So, kind of like that angle there a little bit. Okay, let's keep it moving. Second game up, have the Indiana Pacers at the Miami Heat. Indiana just lost, I believe, to Milwaukee. Yeah, it's Milwaukee. So they're 3-2. Oh no, they're 2-3 in their last 5 games. They are wow. They've won. They've only lost one road game in their last like 6 road games. So they're like 1-5 in their last 6 road games, which is really good on the East Coast and the West Coast against good competition and bad competition. So they've been doing it all, guys. They've been doing it all. They had a little bit of a letdown spot against Milwaukee on Tuesday. Um, no game on Friday. Oh, sorry. Did Minnesota? Did I look at who they're playing? If they have a back-to-back? Sorry, let me see Minnesota. I forgot to do that, guys. My fault. My fault. Let me take a look real quick. Minnesota schedule. See if they play a back-to-back. No, Saturday they're at Detroit. So no. So only Boston's on the front end of that back-to-back there. Indiana, like I said, they play Saturday at home against Phoenix. So no real look ahead there, and they already beat Phoenix, so no look ahead. Miami, these two teams have played 2 times already this year, and they're 1-1. Indiana won the last game, and Miami won the first meeting between them. Both meetings at Indiana. So these two teams play 4 times, I believe. Yes, they do. Friday, February 28th will be the last time they meet at Miami. So, this is a big game for tiebreaker purposes between these two teams. It's a big game. So Miami, well, before we get to Miami, let's take a look at the depth chart for Indiana. Indiana is healthy, completely healthy, except for Aaron Nesmith, but he's been out for like the whole season pretty much. So yeah, they're healthy, guys. They're very healthy, ready to go. They're a back and forth kind of team. They respond well. So Miami here. See, Terry Rozier, is he still suspended for this game too? He might be back. So excuse me, guys. No, I don't think he is back because it hasn't been 2 games. I think he got suspended for 2 games, and that was only the first game. So yeah, he's not going to play. They play Saturday at home against Utah, so no big look ahead. In fact, their next, wow, their next 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 games are against Western Conference opponents after Indiana today. That's wild. 10 games in a row playing the other conference. They're almost playing the entire other conference. They're just missing 5 teams. No, they're playing Utah twice and Portland twice. That's funny. That's funny. Okay, so they've won 2 in a row. They did a nice job at Houston and then took care of New Orleans today at home. Let's take a look at the minutes logged for Miami. Tyler Hero played 40 minutes. Nikola Jovic, 34. Bam Adebayo, 31. Jimmy Butler only 25, so he'll probably play. He'll probably play again tonight against Indiana. And I mean, they just had a back-up. Oh wait, hold on, guys. This is like a 4th game in 5 nights situation here because they just played a back-to-back. I mean, they barely played tonight. All those guys barely played except for Hero. Let me see how many games this is, guys. So they played Saturday, Sunday. Oh, they were off Monday and Tuesday. Oh, they had some. They had a little time off. They had a little time off. This is the fourth game in 6 nights. So they had some time off. This isn't that bad of a spot, honestly. Um, nah, this is okay. Yeah, I mean, this is tough because the line's at -2, and uh, Indiana's good at bouncing back, guys. But then Miami's catching, I don't know, a good little groove of late. They won four out of their last five, um, beating some good teams, beating some mediocre teams, bad teams. They lost at Atlanta, lost at Orlando, at home against Oklahoma City, then at Detroit. Like, none of those losses are awful. So, like, they're playing really good. It's tough, guys. It's tough. I really kind of want to bet both teams, and whenever that happens, I got to stay off the game. Um, if I had to play the game, I'd probably lean Miami at home. It's hard for me to go against the home teams. Over under is 225.5. See a little bit of under money coming in, but let's see. I mean, shoot, Miami just scored 119 tonight against. I mean, of course, it's against New Orleans, but they scored 104 against Houston. Scored 110 at Atlanta. I mean, they kind of play to the pace of whoever they're playing. They don't really have a pace, you know. Like at Orlando, they played really slow. At Atlanta, they played really fast. At Houston, they played really slow. New Orleans doesn't play defense. So, I mean, if that's true, then I lean over 225 here. I do. I feel kind of good about that because let's see, because Indiana will get over that number in their sleep. Indiana is over under. Let's see what they're at for the year. I know they're an over team. So they're 20-13. Miami's 17-14. So these are two over teams. Let's see what it is. Whoops, I'm on the wrong team now, guys. So, yeah, they've been scoring up and over this number. Indiana, man, they love going up and over that number. Second night of a back-to-back for Miami. I like that over a lot, guys. I do like that over too. I feel like it should be 230 something. Closer to 230 or 225.5. That feels like they can get up and over that, guys. 115, 112, 115, 111, that gets over. Yeah, that feels right. Okay, let's keep it moving. Let's keep it moving. Next game up, we have the Los Angeles Clippers at the Oklahoma City Thunder. The line is -9.5 to the Thunder. The total is 218.5. And my first initial thoughts is that this line is way too damn high. Like, I love Oklahoma City, don't get me wrong, but Clippers are a good team, guys. 9.5 is too many points. And I think the Clippers have covered every single game they've played them this year. Let me see. Because they played them 2 times. They lost by 7 in the first meeting at home. I don't think they covered that one. Then they've lost at Oklahoma City by 6 on Monday, November 11th. Have they played again since then? No, this will be their third meeting. And let's see if they played 4 times or not. Yeah, they play again on March 23rd. So they just came off a loss on a back-to-back at San Antonio on Tuesday, December 31st. Very short travel, and they had a day off on New Year's. They're in Oklahoma City. James Harden used to play there, obviously, like way back when. Their next game is Saturday at home against Atlanta, and then they go out for another quick road trip, and then they're back home for like a good 2 weeks, pretty much, till the rest of January, pretty much. So they're in this last game a 3-game road trip for them. So they're pretty healthy too. The Clippers are. Just see Terrence Mann. He's been out. Everyone else is good to go. Yeah, I like their team. I like the Clippers, guys. They really play freaking hard every night. Ty Lue is a really damn good coach. Like all of his players, they play really hard. He doesn't accept low effort. So I mean, if we look, I mean, they won at Memphis, they won at Dallas. Um, they lost by 8 to Minnesota. Oh, that was at home. Well, they only lost by 1 at Minnesota. Beat at Philly. Um, yeah, this team, and let's see them coming off a loss. Like off a loss, they played really well against Memphis at Memphis. Um, let's see here. Off a loss, oh, they played Utah off a loss, but still. Um, I'm just looking, guys. I'm just looking here. Oh yeah, because James Harden didn't play in that game. So excuse me. It's late, guys. I'm tired. Um, I like the Clippers a lot tonight, guys. I really do. Dang, the Sacramento Kings just tied the game up. It's 107, 1 minute left in the fourth quarter. Okay. So let's see. The OKC Thunder, they're healthy except for Caruso. Alex Caruso is ruled out. So everyone else is good to go, though. And they've won like. So it's funny. Technically, they're on a 12-game winning streak, but they lost in the NBA Cup. But that game, since it was the NBA Cup championship, it didn't count towards the regular season. So it literally had no impact except for just them winning or losing the cup. So technically, they're on a 12-game winning streak. Their last regular season loss was at Houston. And I mean, they're just rolling right now, guys. They've won and covered. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. They're 5-2 in their last 7 against the spread. Is that right? Yeah, 5-2. Yep. And then they play Friday at home against New York. Man, they have a tough stretch here, guys. So they play at home Friday tomorrow against New York, and then Sunday at home against Boston. So, and I mean, oh, then they play at Cleveland on, dang, their next 5 games are pretty tough. So they're not gonna. I mean, they're red hot right now, guys. They're gonna lose a game if they win these next 5 games in a row. I mean, dang, guys, like, I mean, that's just super impressive. But anyways, yeah, I like that +9. Let's see, they only beat Minnesota by 8. And Minnesota and the Clippers, I think the Clippers are a little better than Minnesota. And that Minnesota spread was around 6.5, I think. Let's see here. Or 7. I think it was around 7. So Memphis, they won by a lot, but that was a lot of backups for Memphis. Charlotte, that was Charlotte. Indiana, they played tough. Like that's what I'm saying. I think this is a really, really good spot for the Clippers and a really kind of little bit of a flying too high spot for the Thunder. Like I really like the Clippers in this spot, guys. I'm definitely going to be betting them. And over under is at 218.5. 218.5. I mean, I think both their meetings have gone over. Let me see real quick. Both of their meetings, I think, have gone over. First one was a low scoring 105. It was only a total of 197 at the end. But the second game went over. OKC's been scoring. OKC has been scoring, guys. I mean, 113, 130. But yeah, I mean, if they get to 113 again, that was against Minnesota, who plays slow too. So, Clippers coming off the loss. Clippers haven't been playing great defense on the road either. Yeah, they've given up 113, 122, 110. I like this. Oh, excuse me, guys. I like that over a lot. Clippers team total over looks really good. It'll be 104.5. Oh man, Clippers are getting over 104.5, guys. Yeah, I love Clippers team total over. I love Clippers +9.5, even better. I like full game total over 218.5. I'm going to be on that game for sure, guys. That game's a money making opportunity. Okay, and then also, I mean, just look at the trends too. Let's look at the trends. So the Thunder are 20-11 against the spread. Like, you know, these teams that are above 60% covering the spread, like they're going to come down a little bit. So, I mean, Oklahoma City, they're not going to cover all their next 6 games. If they do, that's just freaking incredible. But they're not going to cover some of these games, and I think this is one where they're not going to cover. LA, where are the Clippers on this spread thing here? Oh, the Clippers are high too, though. They're 20-13 against the spread. Yeah, I still like the Clippers, guys. I really do. Okay. Let's see if anything's popping off. Nope. Okay. Next game up, we have the Brooklyn Nets at the Milwaukee Bucks. Brooklyn played tonight with D'Angelo Russell for the first time. And, man, I think the Sacramento Kings might win the game, guys. I'm looking at it a little bit. That might be the one win, but don't cover spot. And they would be the ones to do it. Okay, so Brooklyn, like I said, they played today at Toronto. Now they're at Milwaukee today. Then they're at home against Philadelphia on Saturday. So let's take a look how many minutes the Brooklyn Nets players played at the loss at Toronto. They got their asses whooped today in the second half. It was close up until halftime. It was close. Brooklyn actually, I think Brooklyn covered the first quarter and the first half, but then Toronto won the full game. So Nick Claxton and Jalen Wilson played the most minutes, 30 minutes. Everyone else is 29, 25, 28. Really not too bad. And they played in the after. No, they played at 7 o'clock. They played at 7 o'clock. So, yeah. But, I mean, they did score. So that is something to keep in mind. Like, Jordy Fernandez, he preaches defense, the head coach, but D'Angelo Russell doesn't play any defense. And so, like, you know, if you're going to get him out there, I mean, he's going to add offense, and then he's going to give offense to the other team. So, I mean, overall, they didn't play their type of game today either. They played faster. So, I don't know, guys. I don't know. Well, that's interesting over under wise. I mean, let's see what because Brooklyn on the second night of back to backs with travel has been a good fade spot. Like I made money when they played San Antonio on Friday, December 27th. Let's see another back to back spot for them. Let's see here. We got Sunday, December 1st and Monday, December 2nd. Yeah, they got blown out. They had to travel to Chicago the next day and they lost by 26 points. So I don't think they've covered on back-to-back games with travel in their last 2. Let's see if there's another one here we can look at. No, they won at Golden State. That's not really travel, though, from Sacramento to Golden State. That's a little different situation there. Because the proximity, they're so close. It's like an hour, 30-minute bus ride or something like that. Let's see. Let's look at another situation. Friday and Saturday, that was good. They played at Boston and at Cleveland. So, yeah, I mean, we have to see who plays for them. Milwaukee is in a really highly motivated spot right now. They have lost. Oh, actually, no. Sorry. They did lose 2 in a row, but they just beat the Pacers. So, but they just lost to this Brooklyn team 3 games ago. So that's why this line to me feels just a little bit more inflated than normal. Dang, Brooklyn can win the season series against them here. They've already beaten them 2 times this year. So this is the final meeting. They don't play until Saturday. Let's see who's healthy for them because I like them to start fast here, guys. I like them to start fast here. Giannis and Chris Middleton and AJ Green. Those gentlemen are on the injury report. And Chris Middleton is probable. Giannis is probable. AJ Green is questionable. So everyone's good to go finally for the whatever it's called, the Milwaukee Bucks. Dame Lillard, Chris Middleton, Giannis, Brooke, AJ Green. They're all good. Coming off a win, they are feeling better, but still, I think they last time playing this team, they want to show them like they're the king of the hill or whatever, So Bucks minus 14. I guess that's the only way I can go. I mean, I'm following kind of my rule here. You know, if I feel like they're going to win, they're probably going to cover. I know it's a lot different when like the spread gets above 7 or 8 points. You know, because that's when it's kind of like, you know, the spread really does even it out. But, you know, under 6 points, if you're going to win, you're probably going to cover that spread a vast majority of the time. So, let's see, the total is at 218. It's interesting with Brooklyn on that back-to-back, and they kind of didn't play any defense. Let me see here. Sorry, guys. That game just ended. Philly and the Kings won by 6. That's wild, guys. They stormed back and won by 6. So the 76ers covered that plus 6.5 barely. And this tied 107. See, guys, that's how crazy. So that's how crazy the spread can get, guys, with the under 1 minute. Philly was winning 107, like 105 or whatever, with like a minute 30 left, and they end up losing by 6 because they couldn't hit a freaking shot down the stretch. And then they just had to keep fouling. So, like, the Kings got 6 free points pretty much off of free throws. That's how it goes. That's how it goes sometimes. Okay, so that's the one win, but don't cover today. That's the one game. It's the one game today, guys. So there's always usually one game every day where the winner wins and does not cover the point spread. And that was the Sacramento Kings today. All right. Yeah, man, their second game of back-to-backs have been going over. No, San Antonio was not an over, actually. I think Milwaukee freaking stifles them. Milwaukee likes playing defense, but then at the same time, the Bucks don't. I mean, the Nets, they didn't play good defense, and I mean, Milwaukee can score too, guys. I like Milwaukee first quarter, first half, full game. I kind of lean under, but I'm not going to get there with it. Okay, if you like what you hear and you're still listening, please drop a like on the YouTube video. Follow me on Twitter at Easy Money Wins. I'm on Instagram and TikTok too as well at Easy Money Wins. And yeah, just show love, guys, comment and all that stuff. And I'll keep trying my best to find winners. Okay, next game up. We got the Philadelphia 76ers at the Golden State Warriors. This is really freaking annoying now because I wanted to bet Golden State today, but with the 76ers coming off of a loss, that's not like ideal. Now, gosh, there was a lot of people out for them today. Joel Embiid was out against Sacramento. I think KJ Martin was out, or Kelly Oubre was out. So they literally, yeah, so they had Eric Gordon played 27 minutes. Tyrese Maxey played 42 minutes. He's young, but still, damn, 42 minutes, no overtime. Caleb Martin played 39 minutes. He's pretty young. Paul George played 36 minutes. So we'll see. I mean, Paul George might not play, but then Joel Embiid might play. So it'll be an interesting kind of weird situation going on for Philly, like injury-wise, like what's going to happen with them today when they play Golden State. But that's their first loss in a while. They had a 4-game win streak before that. They haven't lost back-to-back games since Wednesday, November 27th. That's what I'm saying, guys. I wanted them to beat Sacramento because Golden State, they're going to start winning again. They're going to start winning. I know they're really good against the spread still, though. Well, they're 50% now. Golden State's 50% against the spread. Philly is going to be 13 and 18 against the spread now. So that's what that is. Let's see the over-under for both these teams. Golden State's 13 and 19 to the under, and then Philly's 14 and 15 to the under. So let's see what the spread is, guys. Well, hold on. No, let's take a look at Golden State real quick. Golden State has been a mess since since Saturday, November 23rd. They've been a mess. They have not won back-to-back games since Friday, November 22nd. So, and it's crazy. That game at San Antonio, they were up by like 20 points or something. And then the next game at home against Brooklyn, they were up like 20 points and they lost. that's when it all, for some reason, just went to shit for the Warriors. I don't know what those 2 games did to them, but it effed them up. And then they played 4 really good teams, and only won one. And they won again home against Minnesota. Then that Houston NBA Cup game effed them up too because they thought they had won that game and they lost it. Let me see. At home against Indiana, they lost. They've been bad, guys. They've just been bad. I mean, they've been bad. They've been bad. This is a good spot for them to win. It really is. It really is. They play Saturday at home against Memphis. This is the 3rd game of their 6-game homestand that they have here. I think they win, guys. I'm tired of losing money betting the Warriors. I really freaking am. And Curry came out last game and called them very average, very mid, like the team in general. So I expect them to respond. Philly, I mean, it's not very much travel from Sacramento, but still 42 minutes from Maxey, 32. We'll see with Joel Embiid, what happens there. But I might just grab the -2.5 and just live with it, honestly. Oh, Curry's questionable. That's right. Curry's questionable, and Draymond Green is questionable. But Green's probable. Curry is questionable, and then Pozinski's ruled out already. So I like the Warriors, guys. I'm probably gonna bet them. If they don't win this game, not that Philly's a slouch or anything, because they're not, but I mean, Memphis on Saturday, oh my gosh, guys, they gotta win. They gotta win these next couple games. They have to, at least, yeah. I think this is a good Golden State spot, guys. I really do. Over unders at 219, 217.5. Let's see Philly on the back-to-back. Let's see what they do back-to-back. If they are an under team or an over team. So they went over when they had to go to Cleveland on Saturday, December 21st. They went over their game when they played at Orlando, I believe. Yeah, they barely snuck over on Wednesday, December 4th. So that's a couple games back-to-back they went over. I think they went over again Wednesday, November 13th. I think, I don't know, maybe not, actually. So, yeah, they do trend over on their second night of back-to-backs. Let me see. Any other ones? No, that's it. So I think they're 3-0 back-to-backs going over the point total. So I'll go that way. Golden State, they're bound to break out offensively. Goodness, they have not had a good offensive performance in about, I don't know, a long time, guys. A long time. They haven't scored over 113 points since Sunday, December 15th. It's bad offense, guys. They are playing slower. They're playing defense, but I don't know. I like the over 218, guys. I do lean that way. Okay. Last game up. Got the Portland Trailblazers going to the Los Angeles Lakers. See, I think the Lakers just lost, right? Let me see. Lakers lost to Cleveland. That's right. So this is the 3rd game of a 4-game homestand for them. When was the last? They beat Portland once, and they beat them only one time this year so far. They've only played one time too. So they're in a good groove. Laker Nation. I'd be feeling good if I was a Lakers fan. They haven't had back-to-back losses since Friday, December 6th. And that's when they were kind of in a flux, but then they figured it out. Now they're playing a lot better. They do play Atlanta at home on Friday. They did lose to Atlanta already this season, so they're probably thinking about it a little bit, I would think. But, they just want to get in the win column regardless. So, let's see here. Anthony Davis and Gabe Vincent are on the injury report. Davis is questionable. Gabe Vincent is questionable. And that's pretty much it. It's pretty much it, guys, for them. So they're looking, it's an okay spot for them. Portland, let's take a look. Portland's been playing tough recently. I know that. They got smoked against Philly. But before that, they won against Dallas and Utah. Them on the road is not good. They got blown out their last 2 road games. Last 3 road games. Last 4 road games. They've lost by double digits, I believe. 5, 6. Yeah, I mean, you can't trust them on the road, guys. You know what? This might be a really good spot to bet Portland team total under. Because Los Angeles, off of a loss, like they're going to play some good defense, I would imagine. So let me see what that total's at. 224. Yeah, I mean, I like team total under for Portland. It's going to be like 107 and a half, 108 and a half, somewhere around there. That's going to be a really good team total to fade them under. I don't trust them on the road at all. And then I think Los Angeles, like, I mean, they're not like putting up 120 points right now a game. Let me see. No, they had 132 against Sacramento, but Sacramento wasn't playing any defense that game. They did 110, 115, 114, 103, 113, 160. Like, yeah, they're not looking to score 120 points a game. So, like, if they win 115, they'll win like 115 to like 107, right? That's kind of what the spread is telling us. So, like, but I mean, I think they could hold them lower than that. I like that. I do like that a lot, guys. I like the Lakers to win. I do lean them covering the spread. Why not, right? Portland has not looked good. And then I like Portland first half team total under like 55 and a half is probably what it'll be. And then Portland team total under 108 and a half. I like that a lot too. Let's just take a look at Portland's injury situation, and then we'll call it a show. Jeremy Grant and Delano Banton. Jeremy Grant's ruled out already. He missed the last game too. Matisse Thybulle has been out, and Banton is questionable. So they'll have Simon, Sharp, Kamara, Aiden, Klingon, Robert Williams, Denny Avdija, Scoot Henderson. Yeah, they're just not a good shooting team, guys. They're just not. I know they've had a good little offensive outburst of late, but I think they're going to start not scoring a lot of points again. So they don't play defense on the road. That's the thing, though. It could drag a little over, but we know with the first night of a back-to-back for Los Angeles, I like them to, conserve some energy per se and just try to really control the game, slow it down. So, okay, guys, that is the show. I appreciate y'all for listening, watching live on YouTube. Let's find some winners and let's win some money today, guys. Let's get it.